Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson, World Alternative Media here, and I just wanted to deliver a quick message to everyone because I am heading out to Montenegro right away because it's cheaper. I'm demonetized on YouTube, so I got to do what I got to do, and I'm just trying to live and stay as free as possible. I want to preserve my voice and continue to bring you guys information into the future. I don't want to be forced vaccinated and all that kind of stuff, so I'm going to Montenegro, but the point of this video is that I'm actually quarantined in Canada right now. I'm facing a 14-day quarantine enforced by the government and checked up upon, actually. What's interesting is that, so I was looking around Arizona for some boog land, and I'm like, you know what? I don't think it's good to be in the empire when the empire falls. I need to preserve my voice and continue to bring information. It's my responsibility to stay free. And also, I can't afford to live in the United States. I'm demonetized. So I looked into it. It's a good gun country, Montenegro. So people will respect guns. And also on top of that, they also are, a lot of them are very anti-vaccine. And they're former Yugoslavia, and they dealt with communism in their lifetime. So they don't want to repeat that madness. And so that's it. I mean, they have that experience. So anyway, I went up from Arizona to Canada, and I knew that they were going to like try and crack down on me in some way. And I look, but it was the only way I can travel overseas to these places without having to do like quarantines there. So I did it. I got to Canada, and immediately at the border they said, they started like apprehending me through Department of Homeland Security and then the Canadian government. They're putting me in rooms, forcing me to wear a mask. They're threatening to put me in jail for 3 years if I break quarantine. They said even if I go on the porch. They threatened that if I were to leave the house, I could also be faced with $1 million fine or both that and the prison sentence. And I'm back in Winnipeg after going through the border and being threatened that if I leave my house in the next 14 days, it will be possibly 3 years in prison and $1 million fine. Just so absurd. They said I have to wear a mask in my car on the way home. I don't think I'm ever coming back to Canada after this. It's just so insane. I just can't take it. It's just a headache. It's so stressful. I just can't wait till this Canadian part of the journey's over. But I'm looking forward to seeing my family and everything. It's just, oh my God, oh Canada. By the way, they said that in the documents for like the government documents, they say that if you don't have a good enough plan when you go over the border for quarantine, they will force you into a medical facility for as long as they want. That is insane. And also that they can put you in jail for 3 years, up to 3 years, for not wearing a mask in your car while you drive from the border. Okay then. But by the way, look at this other mask behind me. The Border Patrols found that one in my truck. I wish I saw their face when they saw it. They're saying I can't even go outside. Now, I looked into it and I found out that I can go outside. These people are just a bunch of criminals. And get this, all of these border guards, all of them, none of them were wearing masks, none of them. And they're telling me that I will go to jail because I went from Las Vegas and drove across the country and stopped at like 2 hotels along the way, or motels, to get to Canada, that I might have COVID. Well, guess what? I already had it. I can't get it twice. I was tested positive way back at the beginning of the year. So this notion is absolutely insane. This is tyrannical. This is absolutely terrorism, what we're witnessing, and they have been checking up. I'm spending a fortune trying to get food delivered to my house. I'm dealing with it. This is just, it's the most ridiculous time we've ever lived in. We are in the twilight zone. And again, I'm here with my girlfriend. I'm stuck in this house, and then I'm like spending money on these groceries, and then they're calling me. Hello?
Hello, bonjour. My name is Andrea. I'm calling on behalf of the Government of Canada. May I please speak with Joshua Sigurdson? I'm a designated screening officer working under the Federal Quarantine Act, and I'm calling to ask a few questions about your recent travel. Is this a good time? Okay, all right. So can you please confirm that you entered Canada on September 16th, 2020?
Yep.
Okay, and can you please confirm that you're under quarantine at the address in Winnipeg, Manitoba?
That's right.
Okay, and we have an email address of John. Is that correct?
Correct.
Perfect. Thank you for confirming. The purpose of this call is to verify your compliance with the mandatory isolation order number 3, effective from June 29th of this year. So in order to do this, I'll be asking questions about your mandatory quarantine, and it shouldn't take more than 5 or 10 minutes of your time. And one note before we begin, I do want to let you know that if there are other family members in the house who also traveled, we may be calling back multiple times so we can speak with each person individually. So we apologize for any inconvenience this might cause, and thank you for your cooperation.
By the way, the one other person that is quarantined with me is standing right here anyway.
Okay, yeah, so unfortunately I wouldn't be able to ask them their questions. Someone will call back for them. So we apologize for the multiple phone calls.
It's the same phone number, but all right.
Okay, so our goal is to slow the spread of COVID-19 in Canada, and your cooperation in answering these questions is an important part of this effort. So before we begin, do you agree that you will answer these questions truthfully? So I just want to remind you of the importance of continuously monitoring your health while you're under quarantine. If any symptoms develop, immediately isolate yourself from other members of the household. Call your local public health authority or family doctor and follow their instructions. And you can also go to canada.ca/coronavirus to take a self-assessment and to gather more information. And we also want to give a reminder that the Quarantine Act is being enforced in Canada, so you must quarantine for 14 days. And we thank you for your support and cooperation as we work together to reduce the spread of COVID-19 in Canada. So those are all of the questions I had for today. Did you have any questions for me at this time?
Nope. Fucking Orwellianism. The government has been calling me at like 6 in the morning, no respect at all, after they ripped apart my truck, by the way, at the border and took everything apart and just threw it back in like a bunch of criminals, ransacking a bunch of my property. They're doing whatever they can to get us on our knees and put us in fear, and I will not be scared, and I will not submit to this tyranny and this madness. I will not be forced vaccinated. I will not be made to wear a mask. Now look, I'm dealing with a quarantine right now because I need to get out of this country. It's my last opportunity, and they're actually checking up on me, and they're actually like calling me, and they're trying to make me as afraid as I can be. I just spent the whole week just booking interviews and talking to people. I recently interviewed James Corbett. I've done all this kind of stuff. I got Jeffrey Tucker coming up. I got interviews with Del Bigtree. I got interviews with Dan Dix. I got interviews with a lot of people, and I'm working on David Icke right now. We got a lot of big things coming, and I've just been trying to keep myself busy, but I've passed the point of stress to the point where I went to Buddhist temples as a kid. I pride myself on not being emotionally unstable. I pride myself in staying calm. It's really damn hard to stay calm right now when they are effectively affecting my life. When the politicians, they say, all these people, oh, politics is negative. I try to stay out of politics until the politics breaks down their door. And that's what we're witnessing right now. And it's not, I'm not saying you should be involved in politics, but you should know what's going on, understand what's going on, and resist it at all costs, because it's now or never. We have very little time left. We don't really have any time left. It's about time that people either stand up or submit on their knees and die on their knees. This is absolutely insane. That they told me that I'd also face 3 years in prison and $1 million fine if I drove from the border by myself to my house without a mask on. This isn't scientific. It's about control, and it's always been about control, and they have managed to take it from 15 days to flatten the curve to, okay, maybe a few months to let's destroy the global economy, enslave humanity, and if you don't agree with this, you're selfish. Even if you're like 80 and up, according to the CDC, the rate of you actually, the chances of you dying from COVID are 0.26%. And if you go down to 50, like 50 and under, it's about 0.1%. And if you consider all asymptomatic cases and everything, it goes down to 0.04%. And that's if you have it. And if you take out all the people that have it and just in general count all of humanity, it's a 0.002% chance of dying. And they've locked down humanity. They're forcing me into my house. This is affecting me. It's on my doorstep. It's in my house. It's communism and fascism mixed together, and in a weird form of technocracy. We need to resist this madness. We have no time left. I'm just like ranting and raving here because I'm pissed off, and they put me in a position where I'm basically like, this is the last time I'm ever going to Canada. I'm not coming back to Canada until this whole thing has been overthrown. I'm going to spend some time in the Balkans. I'm going to spend some time in Kotor and Budva and those places in Montenegro. Beautiful places, look like paradise, but they're also very cheap. And I'm looking at $400 a month rent in those places. No bills or anything, thanks to Airbnb. So I'm doing that so I can continue to bring you guys videos. I really don't have a choice, guys. I've been bankrupted. Like, I don't have a house anymore. I'm staying at a place that's empty. But I'm like at the point where they've bankrupted me. The establishment has bankrupted me. They've demonetized me. They've shut me down. They won't let my videos be suggested to new people. They've completely shadow banned me on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button and check those links below. And they've, on top of that now, gone after myself, my family. I won't mention names or anything, but look, my sister was kicked out of school. She's much younger than me. She was kicked out of school for a stomachache. Quarantine. Can't come back to school until you test, blah, 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 blah. And now they're threatening to stick needles into children's arms for something that's completely untested, that usually takes 6 years to perfect, and it's not even perfected after that because we see all the fatalities around the world. I don't trust the government force medicating me, and I don't trust the government forcing me to wear something I don't want to wear. This is pure unrivaled tyranny. So again, I'm just rambling. I had no plans for this video. I just pressed record and started talking, but we need to do something now. We have no time left. And you know, the fact that people are willing to be shoved into their homes, I mean, this is only going to get worse before it gets better, and it needs to get better if we want any future for humanity. We've lost the very basis of humanity in this last year. And it's been so easy for everyone to just fall into it and normalize it. And it's not normal. It's not okay. It's complete Twilight Zone Orwellianism. Freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength, or ignorance is bliss. You know, war is peace. This needs to end now. And anyway, I've been saying this all year, and we've just watched more and more people comply, submit, drop to their knees. And now even the people that were resistant at the beginning of the year are starting to lose their resistance, a lot of them anyway. Though we do have some hope. We have seen these big rallies and protests around the world lately. Luckily, we do see some people fighting back in Australia. Not enough. If you're in Australia, for the love of God, go to the protests. Seriously. This is insane. You guys are being rounded up for making posts on Facebook. Maybe it's only a few of you, but it's going to be a lot of you later, and they got the technocratic cashless society working in their favor to enslave humanity with social credit scores and track you everywhere. Do something about it. Canada, same thing. The United States, more resistant, but not completely, and is really going down the toilet fast. We're witnessing this everywhere in the world. There's no real escape. It's a prison planet. It takes you resisting, and if enough of you resist, the fear will subside. The fear is what keeps people LARPing along and doing what they're told, even if they don't agree with it. I went to Idaho recently. No one was wearing a mask anywhere, but there wasn't any mandates in Bannock County where I was, close to Pocatello. But then you go to the places that are more like cowboy, but they have mandates. Everyone's wearing a mask. It's not about the mask. It's about the compliance that I'm concerned about. Just an easy compliance. And you could tell by going to the places that don't have the mandates that most people are LARPing in the places that do have the mandates. Stop LARPing. It takes all of you guys to influence each other, to work together, and show that this is all fear. It's just words on paper. It cannot be enforced if enough of you stand up. Now, this video could be taken down by YouTube because it's not allowed on YouTube, but nonetheless, find me on Flote.app, LBRY, BitChute, Minds. Join our newsletter at www.imbanned.com. Get the PFT Privacy Protector link below, which helps you keep your privacy safe, as well as your testes safe from radiation. Let's be real. Phones emit a lot of radiation, and they're spied on everywhere. This is a Faraday cage. You can get that at the PFT Privacy Protector link below. And of course, just any way you can help fund us, GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribestar. I really appreciate it. I'll update you on what's going on here. I'm going to do my best to keep you updated. I've gone from really relaxed person to on the edge of absolutely flipping out. I can't manage this level of being pissed off much longer. This is a big reason why I'm leaving the country. It's for my own good and for my own ability to sustain myself. And so I don't go any more crazy than I already am, because this is, it's very distressing. Mostly the biggest part is that no one's doing anything for the most part. Most people aren't doing anything, and it's insane. I've destroyed my career by talking about this stuff because I believe in having a principled position on the issues that matter to all of us. I'm not going to LARP. Anyway, appreciate everyone watching. Sorry for the rambling. Had to update you guys on what's going on. If you're in Kotor, Montenegro, or Budva, or Tivat, or Podgorica, please let me know. I want to see you. I'm probably going to end up in Bulgaria or something after that, just nomadically traveling. It's cheaper than staying in one place. So for those that say, yo, you're wasting, no, I'm not wasting money. It's cheaper that way. I'm saving money by doing that, especially in regions that have less money, so I don't have to pay as much money to live. Only issue is figuring out how to speak Serbian or Montenegrin or Croatian. We'll figure it out later. But all I know is I need to stay free, I need to be free, I need to live cheap, and I need to escape this hellhole of a country. Sorry, Canadians, it's not against you. I'm Canadian. It's about the government and what people are willing to let the government do to them. Anyway, see you guys next time. Until next time, this is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change. My friends, it is go time. We are completely demonetized on YouTube, and we depend on the viewer to stay alive and spread the message of freedom and truth. So check those links below. GoFundMe, Patreon, Subscribestar, anything you guys could do to help keep independent media alive helps enormously in helping spread this message to the masses. So make sure to check those links. Donate to our Bitcoin address on the screen or below. We really appreciate anything you could do to keep us alive. You could check those links below for Cointree as well, where you can find other cryptocurrencies that you can donate and keep WAM alive. Find us on flote.app, flote.app, as well as BitChute and LBRY and Minds. We're on all the other platforms. We are leaving YouTube soon, so make sure to find us at those sites, because it's the only way we can keep talking to you, the masses, the great people that actually care about the future of free humanity. Also, join our new newsletter at www.imband.com. Anything helps at this point, guys. We need to support free information online. This is the most difficult time in our history, and it takes a lot of hard work to keep our message alive in the face of great evils that have taken over the propaganda news on television as well as on YouTube, where YouTube decides what you can or cannot see. We need your help, my friends. So I really appreciate anything you guys can do. Check those links. There's many ways you can help. Until next time, though, thanks, everyone. This is Josh Sigurdson signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
I'm sure you have already changed people's minds in your young age because you're involved, and I like that.